Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry. It's your boy Rector Printer in the building. Fate Unlimited Code Portable Review. Said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, to just be honest, just summarize it before we get into it, there's not really that much of a difference between the PSP version and the PS2 version, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut up because the intro is gonna come on and I don't want to interrupt you while you listen to the intro. So give me 2 seconds, let this run, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, intro's done. I can go back to talking again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that because that's probably the last bit of silence you're going to hear from me for the next 10 minutes. Alright, before I get into running through the main menu, I'm just going to elaborate on what I said earlier. Pretty much, there is really not a lot of difference between the PS2 version and the PSP version. The differences are very few, but some of them are very game breaking. The first and most important is the simplification of your moves. There are no Dragon Punch motions, no Hadouken motions, no half circle forward motion, no SNK motions, no nothing. The majority of your moves are done doing forward, back, down, back, forward, things of that nature. Now you sell me Rex, man, for real. That really changes the game that big. It does. Because not only were the moves changed, for some of the characters who were like super duper monkey overpowered, those moves were so altered that they don't even work the same. Like characters who had infinite, I don't think they even have one. And if they did, it's like the boosting that some characters got and the nerfing that most characters got, they kind of balance. So it's more of a balanced fighter now. That's not to say that there's still not that uber curly beard stuff in here or anything like that. But what I am saying is that because of those small little itty changes that really change the meta game of it and make it a completely different game from the PS2 counterpart. The other small things that were added, more costumes, a lot of the casual costumes from Fate Stay, or for some of the servants now. A big thing that was changed, the reflect dash replaces the regular reflect now. So it's kind of like if you've ever played Mark of the Wolves before and you can like break a move, the reflect dash has that effect now, that you can do a move and then you can dash out of it, but that puts you in a forward motion, but you can still attack after the dash is over. And a lot of characters do so much stagger, you know what I'm saying, that you can still do stuff after. And the one big thing that I really didn't like is that they don't give you the option to play the old school control. That I really would have liked the option to, like, maybe I don't want to press forward to do a move with Shiro. Maybe I like to do a quarter circle forward motion because that's what I've been used to for the last 20 years. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and at least get the first part done, covering the main menu. So here we go. Arcade mode. You know what this is. I know what this is. Let's not really get into it and explain it too much. It's arcade mode. You pick a character, you beat other characters, you get an ending. Now I will say this. For all you little Fate fans, I'm finna go ahead and tell y'all a joke real quick. There's no raping. Well, I can't say that because some characters are beastly. But there's no, I'm gonna put something in his drink, or I'm going to change reality so you think I'm with you and then rape you in the ass. There's none of that. I wish there was more of that, but there's none of that here. So, you know, we don't care. Moving on. Versus CPU mode. My favorite mode in this game, by the way. Now, the reason I'm praising this mode so much is because I don't have a lot of friends who are either going to get this game or already have it. Now, I could go on the internet, search for matches, I'm too late. So, I'll just stick to versus CPU mode. It's real good. It plays to the difficulty the same as arcade mode, So you can always get a challenge by upping the difficulty level, and it's real good practice for doing things in a battle situation that a practice mode can't give. So I really like that. I've been really putting my Shiro through his paces through versus CPU mode lately, so I really appreciate that that's even in the game. We already covered this pretty much. Versus 2-player mode, gotta have a buddy, ad hoc mode. One thing that I don't know, and maybe I should have done before I start this review, is find out whether or not this works for ad hoc parties. I would assume it does, but if it doesn't, it doesn't, and somebody, either Capcom or Sony, put a fix out so it does. So we do what we can. Watch mode, put 2 CPU players in the ring, let them battle it out for your superior, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? This watch mode, you know, you watch stuff. You watch the CPU, hit the other CPU, but you enjoy it, we're all happy. Tutorial mode. Now, because this is a Japanese version, you're really not gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one, just to be honest. It's like if you've already played the PS2 version, you don't really need it because the reflect dash works just as the reflect, except it's forward. Really, other than that, if you've already, like I said, you're already running through to the PS2 version, or you have a slightest clue of what you're doing, tutorial mode isn't going to really do anything for you. But if it's your first time picking it up, even though of the Japanese language barrier, you can figure it out because the buttons are all colory and stuff. So it shouldn't be that bad. Practice mode. The other mode that I like so much, not because it's practice mode, but because what you can do. This practice mode is like one of the most fully featured practice modes in a video game that I have ever seen in my life. Now, I played a lot of games. In my 25-year history of playing video games, I played a lot of practice modes. And the Fate Unlimited Code practice mode is this. I'm not lying, it's this. You can do so many things. You can record yourself, watch the playback, use the computer player to do your recording playback, and you can play against that so you can figure out what to do in a battle situation. So then you can take that stuff in practice mode, throw it into your versus CPU mode, bada bing, bada boom. You've now made the connection to make yourself a betting fire player, and we're all good for it. Survival mode. It's survival mode. One energy bar, a whole bunch of people who want to smash you down. How far can you get? Survival mode. It'll never change. It'll always be the same. That's what I love. Mission mode. Mission mode is a bad one, not gonna lie. Especially the PS2 version, the mission mode was just bananas. This one is just as crazy. So, you know, it's like if you played the mission mode for the PS2 version, you know what to expect. There have been, since due to the change of control, a couple of the missions have been altered, some completely omitted and new ones put in its place, but it does its job. It's supposed to take what you learn in tutorial mode, what you practice, and actually put it into a game battle situation. And when you unlock everything, you get to play some stupid renegade. The most retarded one I've seen is the one with Kibe, and I might do a whole playthrough of all the mini games just to show you how wacky and bananas it is. But mission mode is mission mode. It's a real good tool to up your game a little bit more if that's what you're in a Fate Unlimited Code portable and that's your reason. The extra mode. Now, when you beat certain things, when you beat survival mode by clearing it, or when you beat arcade mode with a character, and things of that nature, and things in mission mode, you unlock things in extra mode. It's not really anything special other than some pictures. You can look at the character's ending, and you can look at the model of the characters. You're into that kind of stuff. And last but not least, option mode. Now, option mode is option mode, you know. Change your buttons, change difficulty, this, that, blah, 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 blah. You see one option screen, just see them all. Well, other than that, that completely covers our main menu. I'll be back a little bit later to cover the characters, and if you're lucky, I may do something special for y'all. But other than that, man, I'll see y'all in a minute. My head. Peace.